Hi. I have had some amazing dreams lately, and I've got some freebies to show you. I've got stuff in my life that's been going on that I wanted to tell you about, but unfortunately, this this is more important. I have to be quite vague about it, because I don't want to upset the people who it applies to. Basically, yesterday we got a call. Yesterday evening, we got a call that someone in my partner's family, someone who was very young, not a baby, but not an adult, was dead. And I think I could possibly say it appears to be that they committed suicide, and this is obviously a big deal, so I would never say something like that in a comment form, like the evil person who said something evil about my mother did. I would of course make you a proper video, and I did know this person. I had met them quite a few times, and they were beautiful and a really nice person. And it's quite sad that humans are so fragile that they can believe that they can't go on, that they're not good enough or whatever. You know that I know about depression, and it happens to young people as well. It's just such a shocking thing. It's difficult for me because I didn't know what to say, and I don't have a very good filter for knowing what to say and what not to say. In general, death of people close to me has caused divides, and people that I've been previously quite close to, excuse me, I've ended up losing the friendship with them to quite a great extent. We've drifted apart because I've, in a way, I suppose, avoided them rather than dealing with it, because I knew that when it comes to death, I'm either an absolute blubbering wreck, as if it's happened to me and it's my sorrow, or I look like I don't care because I'm trying not to be looking like I'm upset. I look like I'm evil and I don't care at all, which isn't the case. That happened with my great uncle, who I will miss every single day of my life. I basically have hardly seen my great auntie since. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to express to her how I miss him without completely breaking down. At the funeral, I felt myself starting to cry, so I felt that was inappropriate, so I cut it off. And then when I spoke to her, I was really proud that I'd kept it together. Turned out she thought I didn't care, because my sister, who was my sister then, cried. I never know what's the appropriate thing to say. It's one of those things where you've got to say certain things or look a certain way, and it's just all a bit too much, really. It's a good job, really, that his family is a long way away. I hope it's not one of these things where, because I didn't say something at the right time, then we lose that connection. I'm okay talking to my boyfriend about it, because he knows me for good, for bad, and he knows what I'm like. And I just said to him, ooh, wow, it's gone really dark. I didn't say that. Should I switch a light on? Whoa, no. No, maybe not. Beamy face. Whoa. I basically said to him, what should I say? I said a few things to try and console him, and I just said, if I say the wrong thing or if I do anything wrong, just tell me. I didn't personally know her that well, so my feelings are really for the people who miss her, especially my boyfriend and her mom. Well, all of them. They're lovely people. I'm worried for my boyfriend, who's had depression and had pills for that, and we nearly broke up because of his depression, and then he's just really come out of it, and we've been making some really positive steps, and I've been so happy, and I'm really worried that it's going to set him back. It's got to, hasn't it? I worry for him. A couple of people at work who lost someone, I just basically almost avoided them at the time because I didn't know what to say, and I thought I might say the wrong thing or pull the wrong face, or I didn't want to come out with some generic platitude, although that seems the most fitting. A lot of the time they hadn't actually told me, and when you've heard from somebody else, you can't go up to someone and start talking about it. Number one, you might upset them, and number two, it shows that you've been gossiping about them behind their back. Although I don't gossip about people, but if someone tells you something, you think, well, thanks, I've made it awkward. Now, if the person tells you themselves, it's a lot easier. A bit easier. But I still wouldn't really know what to say. This isn't coming across as well as I had hoped. But I will make some better videos that aren't as depressing. You know, I have thought about suicide before. I had to express to my mum that I had looked it up on the internet, because this girl who died apparently did look it up on the internet, and my mum said that should probably not be allowed on the internet, and I said, well, you've got to have freedom of speech, freedom of information, and that if you look at it, you can look at it and go away and not do it. It's ultimately you who has to do it, and I happened to look at it and decide it wasn't for me, and it made me feel better that at least there was other people thinking that way at the time. This is a long time ago, and I personally would never do that to my family, but I suppose you're not in your right mind when you do something like that, and you're desperate. Anyway, I've always been kind of scared of death. It's only been more recently that I'm less scared of death. I think I'm more scared of pain than I am of death. And I don't know why I'm suddenly coming to terms with it. It's a great unknown, isn't it? We don't know. Does something happen afterwards? Do you carry on in any sense of the word? Or is that just it, finito? It's interesting to talk about, but no one's really going to be able to say for sure, because you can't come back and tell people. I'd better stop this now, but I just wanted you to know I'm fine. I'm mostly worried about them and how this is just going to change everything from ever onwards, and she will really be missed. It's really sad when someone that young has been that desperate. But I don't expect you to care because you didn't know her. And people die all the time. Oh yeah, I was going to mention about Whitney, because it's been in the press recently about her dying. I don't understand why people make more of a fuss of someone famous that's died, when it's obviously far more touching to oneself when someone who you've actually met or knew closely, had a relationship with, has passed, than some celebrity, especially someone that had £100 million, if you believe the papers, and she spunked it up the wall on drug binges. Now, I know people have problems, but if I was that famous and I had that much money, even if my career went down the pan, instead of saying, oh, poor me, I need to get some sort of high, I'm gonna take drugs, I would probably want to spend that money more creatively, I was going to say, but more productively, in helping other people and building, think what you could do to improve the lives of other unfortunate people. I don't mean people in unfortunate circumstances, or something socially motivating, rather than just, I'm going to buy drugs and get high and wreck my body and wreck my career and stuff. Although of course it's sad anybody dying, it's just a bit like, why do people, especially people that hate on people, when they die all of a sudden go, oh, I loved them, oh, they were wonderful, like Princess Diana. Everyone used to slag her rotten, and then as soon as she died, oh, she was an angel, she was a saint. Well, you changed your tune, you know. I don't know. Hundreds and thousands of people die. I don't know the figures, but every single day, you know, poor little babies die. Let's not think about that. Let's carry on with our day, and remember, we're here for a reason. We've got to find our reason or reasons to carry on and make what we consider a success of it, not other people's pressurized ideas of what a success of your life is. Okay, bye.